Hello everyone, and welcome to part 9 of my Dark Souls Dex Build playthrough. My name is Tebriel, and today we'll be continuing our journey throughout Lodron. But first, we've got some weapon upgrading to do. In the last episode, we killed the Gaping Dragon and got a little bit of souls. But now it is time to head to Blight Town. But in order for us to prepare for Blight Town, we are going to need to do a little bit of upgrading, as Blight Town is not the best place to go when you only have a +5 weapon. Especially this one. This is not what I would consider my weapon of choice, so I may pick up a few different ones. Just watch out for these guys, hug the wall if you can, and just run past them. You don't even need to fight them, really. So, we're gonna head back up. And ignore all the baddies we can and kill the ones that we can't ignore. There is quite a few up here that we can't ignore, actually. So, let us go. Okay. Oh, wow. Yep, we're being beat up on. He's dead, and let's kill this dog. Oh, wow. Okay. For some reason it couldn't hit him. So what I don't really like about this weapon is that it doesn't really hit enemies' hitboxes very well. It works great against humanoids, but anything that's a little bit lower to the ground is not that great, unfortunately. And doesn't help that dogs like to dodge all the time. Okay. Now let's take out these guys, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay. And I think I'm going to pick myself up a katana. Now, in order to get the katana in this game, it goes by a slightly different name. But it's basically katana. You need to do one of several things. Either you can get it dropped from you, or get it dropped for you from a friend or random person that invaded or you summoned. You can buy it by joining a specific covenant. However, we're not going to be able to do that unless we go down to Blight Town. Or you can kill a specific friendly NPC and get it. We are probably going to do the last one. While I don't like killing NPCs because they're generally fairly useful, this particular one is, well, not that quite. He's been useful thus far, but we don't really have much need of him any longer. It's not this one. It's actually the first merchant that you come up against. Okay, we've got let's see, 4 blooming. I'm gonna grab one more just in case. Dung pies, and we got plenty of charcoal. Don't really need any rotten pine resin, but we could always use a couple homeward bones. And we have 0 purging stones, no real need for them. Got 6 purple moss clumps. Okay, let's buy a couple more. Alrighty, I think we're set. So, let's go down this way. So, I'm going to go and pick up that katana first before we continue. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade that weapon all the way, well, as much as we can anyways. There is a good farming spot for large titanite shards down in Blight Town, so I'm going to wait till I get there before getting too much of the large titanite shards. I'm actually unsure if there's any place to buy them before we get to Sen's Fortress either, so I might have to check into that. Can't quite remember at the moment. Anyways, if you've been paying attention and remember, you will know the merchant that we're going to come up against here shortly. No need to worry about the crossbow guy. He can pretty much be safely ignored. Whoops. Seems having a little bit of trouble with them. Okay, and backstab. Well, it seems like everybody's beating up on us today. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and heal. And let's kill this guy before we continue. Okay. Dead. Alrighty. Now this guy, he specifically mentions a object or person named Yulia. While it isn't outright said, I believe this is the name of his katana. Now before we continue, let's see if there's anything that we really want off of him. There is a decent number of things. Heater shield isn't bad. You start with that as the warrior, if I remember right. And he sells arrows, which are always nice. And he sells decent starting armor, not the best, but it has some poise on it. So, I think I'm going to pick up some large arrows from him. And maybe about 100 or so. Because I can spend the souls. And I'll upgrade my bow later, too. Large arrows are pretty nice. But now that we don't really need anything from him, I think it's about time for him to meet his maker.
You've gone mad, have you? Why me?
Okay. And we get some humanity from him. And the Uchi Katana, which is basically just a katana. However, we appear to not have enough strength to hold this in one hand. We need 14 strength. I actually totally forgot about that. So as you can see, it's very much a katana. There is another katana similar to this called the Aito, which you can get for free, if I remember right, when going through Blight Town. We are going to do that here shortly. I'm unsure if it's going to be in this episode. If it takes too long with upgrading and whatnot, I may just split this up into several different parts. So, let's head back this way. Okay. Now, we're probably going to want to pop some souls and see if we can upgrade our strength a little bit too. I might have just gone a little bit crazy on buying some stuff. But I think it'll be fine. As long as we have enough souls left over for leveling up, things will be good. Plenty of those itemized souls we have anyways. And once we get this leveled up, it'll be quite nice. No need to really fight him. Okie dokie. Okay, go back into Firelink Shrine, and we see that there's Laurentius over there, the guy we saved. You can talk to him if you want to do pyromancy. I may be featuring that in this, but I am unsure. Also, we may do another trip before heading down to Blight Town. I might want to check out the catacombs. I'll figure this out here soon, probably within this video or the next. But catacombs can wait if needed. So, let's see here. Okay. And now we're back up here and heading to the blacksmith. Okay, just to check, I only have one Titanite shard. Okay, I'm gonna need more than that. I believe it takes a full 9 to... Oh, whoops. I didn't have it, didn't have it in 2 hands. I believe it takes a full 9 in order to upgrade a weapon to +5 fully. It would be nice if we could get some drops off of these guys. If not, we can just buy them. And as you can see, this weapon is actually quite powerful even without being leveled up. That is one of the reasons why a lot of people like it. It's kind of considered a go-to weapon by some dex builds. I like the feel of it. I think I may like the Aito just a little bit better. But that's only because I think I like its R2 a bit better. Aside from that, it's pretty much just a toss-up. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Let's talk to him.
Why not?
And if you lend him the large ember, he can upgrade a weapon to +10. So as you can see, we can upgrade this from +5 to +6, but we're not going to do that. You can only upgrade a weapon from +5 to +6 at a blacksmith. You cannot do that at a bonfire. However, after it's +6 and you have the weapon smith box, you can upgrade it however many times you want up to its current max at that point. Okay. Now let's see here. Uchi Katana. I'm going to put it to +1. Now let us go ahead and actually buy the rest of those shards if we can afford it. I can't quite remember how much it costs. Oh, it seems we had the Divine Ember too. Didn't come back here for that. Okay, let's see here. Purchase, and it's 800, so we may have enough. Yep, just barely enough. However, we're not going to have enough to upgrade it all the way. So, let's go ahead and pop some of those itemized souls. That's what they're there for, after all. 2,000 might be enough.
Well,
okay. And let's go ahead and reinforce weapon. So, I'm gonna do it all the way that we can. And yep, costs a full 9, so +5 now. And now we're gonna modify this to be +6. As you can see, the damage between the S-Stock and the Uchi Katana, even at the same level, is considerably higher. And, as you level this up, your dex scaling will also go up. I believe at level 15, I think this has an A or an S scaling with dexterity, which is fantastic. I may be wrong. There is another similar weapon to this that does, if not this one, however. So, let's upgrade this +6. Okay.
Go get yourself.
Now, let's go up to the bonfire and upgrade it one more time. Okay. Now it's +7. So now it just needs a couple more and it can get to +10, which will be considerably powerful. Now how many souls? Okay. We're gonna need some souls before we can wield this with one hand. So let's see if we can pop the rest of our souls here. Might pop the Moonlight Butterfly. If you use this soul, you will get a decent amount of souls. However, you can use it in order to make a boss weapon. However, this boss weapon is for mage builds or, you know, wizard, sorcerer builds, so I'm not ever going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and just use it right now. Doesn't give you too many souls, unfortunately. Other boss souls give you considerably more. So, let's go ahead and actually assign those souls to our hotbar, so then we can just use them there. And I'm not sure if we can get all the way up to plus, I think, all the way up to 14 strength, but we will be able to level up a little bit. So don't mind me, just popping souls. So far we almost have enough for 2 level ups. However, I'm not sure how much we're going to get aside from that. May be able to pick up the rest of the souls we need in Blight Town or somewhere else. Okay, now let's level up as much as we can here. Needed strength. Yep, we're gonna need more. Okay, I am unsure. Let's see here. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have enough. Alright. In that case, we're just gonna two-hand this as it is. And we're going to take a little bit of a visit to another area before we go to Blight Town. So, instead of going to Blight Town, we are going to go back to the Asylum. Now, you can go back there. It's, you know, the Asylum, the area that we started in the beginning of the game, before Firelink Shrine. However, it's going to be just a tad different. I'm going to go there because there is a boss there, and there is actually a couple other items there that we can pick up that will be quite nice for when we decide to go to Blight Town. It's generally, I guess, recommended that you go there before Blight Town, as there is a nice ring you can pick up that'll help you in Blight Town quite a lot. So, let's go up here. I guess we never grabbed this soul. Not really that it's much use to us at this point, but... well, apparently I'm in this area. Okay. Actually, I don't think I've ever got stuck in that area before. Okay, now let's see here. In order to get up to the Asylum, which I was just totally derping, you actually need to ride the elevator. So, just ride it up, and as soon as you hit to this ledge, just walk off. And you're on here. So, from here, you need to jump over and grab that item, as it'll be useful. Oh, we jumped the wrong direction, like a derp. Okay. Just barely the wrong direction. I think you get the idea, and we're gonna keep going until we get up there. Won't be too hard. Might take a trip to the Firelink Shrine bonfire, though, really quick. Get back some of our health. So we don't use an Estus Flask. Okay. Oh, look, it's another player. Sometimes you'll see phantoms like that floating about. Just another player. Okie dokie. Now, let's go back up. And let's not miss the jump this time. Such an easy jump. But everybody has trouble jumping in this game from time to time anyways. Considering that the jump button is tied to the run button. Ah, god damn it. Failed before we even started. Okay. Seeing how the run button is tied to the jump button as well, or vice versa I should say, it makes it a little bit hard to aim jumps occasionally. Okay, we just barely made that. Alrighty. Now go over this way and roll or jump off and grab the key. That'll be for a locked door that we couldn't get into in the Asylum. Oh, and I fell off again. There's actually a way to get back up there without having to go down here again. And don't mind those sleeping noises there. That'll be a character we'll meet later. If you've watched any sort of Dark Souls Let's Play, you know who it is. But otherwise, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just in case if you happen to be one of the few people, I suppose, that haven't played this game or seen a Let's Play of it. Okay. Now let's do that again without falling. Please and thank you. Okay. Now we go up here. And go up these stairs. And then there's a nest. Appears to be that raven's nest. So we're just going to stick here. And after waiting for a bit, we'll be picked up, just like we were at the Undead Asylum, and brought back there. Okay. Now, you'll see him pick us up. Just like we're a little egg, and carried off. As I said before, it's highly suggested that that crow may be in fact a goddess figure of this game, as crows tend to be as the goddess tend to be represented by crows or ravens. But that's up for debate. So, just a little tidbit of information. Okay, we're probably going to want to block before we, yeah, that's the reason why. But as you can see, we do a lot more damage. A lot more damage. And these guys will do a lot more damage too, so you gotta watch out for that. Okay. Now going throughout here. If we go over here and go like that, it'll say get away. Now, that was originally the message for the guy that ambushed us up there. However, that is now a double message. That is a warning. If you remember, when we first started the game, there was another Asylum demon, not just the one before. If we step in the middle of that floor, we will fall. And be in that room where that Asylum demon was, and he is the next boss we're going to fight. However, we're going to wait a bit and grab a shield before we do so. We are going to go back up this way. And we're going to see a face we haven't seen in a while. It's the guy who saved us earlier. Okay, come on. Get out here. There we go. And that parry damage, that did a lot of damage. Okay. Dead. Unfortunately, he hollowed. But we got the Crush Shield now, and that is a nice shield. Can we actually wield it on this character? Yes, yes we can. Can we? Yep, we can, in fact, fast roll with it. Now this shield, if you look at its stats, you'll see that it has a very high defense against magic. And there's a reason they put it right here. Because the boss we're about to fight, the Asylum demon, the new one anyways, I believe it's called by a slightly different name. It isn't quite like the physical one we fought before. No, it uses magic. And this fight can be ridiculously hard for some players. I know it took me a long time before I was actually able to kill him, unfortunately. However, this shield will help considerably with that, as it will block a lot of damage in the case that we actually do need to block an attack. So, we'll go through here, and now we're back this area. Oh, whoops. Gonna heal up. And attack. Oh, whoops, I thought he was dead. Luckily it goes through shields a little bit. This also causes bleed damage, so if you keep hitting an enemy over and over, it'll actually do a lot of damage. Another reason why I picked up this weapon to use was because the Asylum demon here, the new one anyways, actually is weak against bleeding. You can actually bleed it out. So even if your weapon isn't that upgraded, this specific one, you can still do bleed damage on them. And as you saw earlier, we picked up a ring. That is the Rusted Iron Ring, if I remember correctly. Yep. This iron ring was used to shackle the guilty. It's terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking will be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground such as swamps. And with a name like Blight Town, you'll be sure that there will be a swamp there. So, areas such as swamps and ankle-deep water, you can go ahead and actually run faster with that ring on. Otherwise, you'll be just a bit slower. So, okay. Let's continue, and oh, I forgot about that guy. I'm gonna go and rest out the bonfire and again, and not get blindsided, hopefully. Okay, we got 8 Estus flasks. We can buff this weapon if needed with lightning or fire. Whoops. And that'll be quite useful against the boss. Okay. In fact, that's what I am going to do. I'm going to put fire on there. I'm unsure how weak he is against fire, and I might... I don't really need the fire bombs, I don't think. That looks good to me, I think. can we actually roll with our leather gloves on? Let's see here. Yep, we can in fact roll with them on, so we'll keep them on now. Okay. Now let's buff our weapon, and hopefully not die. So we'll heal up and run behind them. He uses physical attacks as well as magic, as you'll see here shortly. You want to be behind him when he does that and not get hit by the shockwave if possible. And just like the other one, just watch out, stay behind him, and heal up when you can. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, we just barely dodged that, I think. Okay. Not doing too bad against him thus far. Okay. Oh, and we just bled him out there, if you saw. Okay, and our fire has gone away. I think it'll be fine because he's a bit strong against fire anyways, if not immune, so we'll just stay out of his way, attack him when we can, and run away when he does that. If you get hit by that, it'll do a lot of damage. If you know you're going to get hit by it, just take out the crush shield and block it. It's better to block a hit than take it full front. And the stray demon is down. Easy enough. It can be a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing, or even if you know what you're doing, it can still be a pain in the ass if you're unlucky. I think this is one of those boss fights where the first 5 seconds can determine how the fight goes, because if you fall down in the wrong area, you can basically be stunned and he can immediately do a magic attack on you, killing you because of that little bit of fall damage. Anyways, we have a decent chunk of souls now, and I believe we can upgrade our strength in order to wield this one-handed. And we also got something called a Titanite Slab. Now, a Titanite Slab basically makes it so you can upgrade your weapon from plus 14 to plus 15. There are only a couple of these in the game. I believe there are only 2 or 3 you can get. One from him, one from a chest in the expansion area, and another from a quote-unquote quest line that you can do. Okay. Go down here, and if you look over there, not sure if it'll render in the video, you'll see that there is a Black Knight. Not fun. Let's see if we can kill him, though. Gonna block this, of course, and take out two-handed when we can, and hit him or backstab him, if possible. And backstab. Does a decent amount, not a whole lot, but decent enough. Okay. Oops. Took a decent amount of damage there. Okay, gonna block this. And backstab him. And now he's dead. There are 2 or 3 of these in this area, if I remember right. What did we get from him? I pressed the button a little too fast. Okay, we got, I think, either the Black Knight Sword or another Black Knight weapon. Black Knight Sword is decent enough. It has a kind of a weird, or at least what I think is a weird attack, R1 and R2, but, if you like it, go ahead and use it. It's a pretty powerful weapon. And as you saw earlier, we picked up the Peculiar Doll, and that was the cell we actually started in. That Peculiar Doll can be used to access a optional area later. So, continuing on and going up here, there is one other Black Knight in this area. And I believe we are going to go and kill him really quick and then we'll be on our way back to Firelink Shrine. Fortunately, we may not be able to reach Blight Town in this episode. However, we are well prepared now. Yep, here he is. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this one out just like the other. Okay, and if possible you can chain backstab him. It's not easy, like as you saw fighting Havel. Seems to be using slow attacks right now. For some reason I remember him attacking faster. There we go. And he isn't too hard. There we go. Dead. And he dropped a red Titanite chunk. The colored Titanite chunks, other than just the regular ones, they're used for upgrading things like fire weapons or holy weapons or magic weapons. As you might guess, red is fire, blue is magic, that sort of thing. Pretty easy to decipher. So, let's... Actually, that's the wrong way. Okay. Heal up. Oh, whoops. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay, you know what? We're just going to go to the bonfire, and we're going to upgrade our strength so we can actually attack one-handed with this thing. Okay, so now we're at 14 strength. Still got a decent amount of souls left over, and... Yep, now we can attack one-handed with this. Good. Pain in the butt, otherwise I keep forgetting. Okay. And this shield is very nice. I may actually upgrade it. I like using the shield a lot. Same thing with the Grass Crest shield. While you don't fight too many magical enemies in this game, there are quite a few that are very deadly, and this shield is absolutely perfect for them. As you can see, it doesn't block fire damage all the way, though. I'm not sure if any shield can totally block fire damage from one of those Hollow's torches, but you can mitigate it quite a lot. Okay, and now we're back here. Okay, now let's find a safe way down and go wee. Okay. Drop down here. And go down here. Okay. Now, before we end this episode, as unfortunately it's reaching about that time, let's go down here and see if we can talk to him. He might actually tell us some stuff.
Ah, I have you
Okay, we got a sunlight medal.
Not enough.
Those can be useful for a covenant later, the Sunlight Covenant, that is used for a co-op. Those medals are basically rewards. You get them from succeeding in helping kill a boss for another player that summoned you. If you survive, that is. You can also get them if you summon Solaire and have him survive a whole boss fight, if I remember right.
Oh, I have a rather... That keeper has served me.
Okay, let's see if he says anything else.
Oh,
Nope, that's a shame. If you talk to him before fighting particular bosses, he will say other things, and as you said, he said the Keeper has served him, but he might start doing away with her. That is a heavy hint that you may not want to let him live. However, for the purposes of this Let's Play, we're going to do that. Anyways, while we didn't really get the Blight Town today, we did get quite a lot done. We got ourselves a nice shiny new weapon, +7 Uchi-Katana. We got ourselves a new shield, which we'll probably upgrade in the next episode. And we got ourselves a new ring, which will help us traverse swamps and other watery areas. Anyways, thank you for joining me. My name is Tevriel, and I hope to see you all in the next episode where we will go and triumph against Blight Town. See ya!